But first, let's talk about fires. And with renewable this and electric that, there's e-bikes, e-scooters, golf carts, drones, all the rest of it now with rechargeable lithium batteries. They are everywhere. But we need to be warned. In some circumstances, many of these lithium-ion batteries can be a ticking time bomb in your home. They've been linked to close to 500 fires in the past 18 months. Have a look at this compilation from the ABC.
A single spark and a second later,
occupants were charging their e-bike in the front room.
The entire garage is on fire.
A burnt-out e-scooter.
A combusting lithium-ion battery
still attached to the wheel of an e-bike.
An increasing number of fires is being linked to lithium-ion batteries right across Australia and the world.
After hundreds of destructive and deadly fires, it's thought the battery blew up.
Fire authorities warn batteries can become dangerous when cells are damaged or overheated.
Let's bring in Assistant Commissioner Trent Curtin. He heads up the Community Safety Unit for Fire and Rescue New South Wales. Joins me in the studio. Thanks for coming in, Trent. This is a real problem, and there's been deaths overseas. Luckily, none of these fires in Australia yet have led to a fatality, but they must be really worrying you.
Yeah, I'm really concerned about the fires we're seeing. Fire services right across Australia have seen an increase in the number of fires involving lithium-ion batteries. As we bring more devices into our homes, like mobile phones and laptops, e-bikes and e-scooters, firefighters are experiencing a significant increase in the number of fires. Predominantly, we're seeing that comes from poor quality products or products that are not being treated properly.
Does it include vehicles, EVs being charged at home?
We are seeing some EV fires, but not in the same rates that we're seeing the smaller devices like e-bikes and e-scooters.
Now, typically, is it often in a shed where people have an under-roof shed where they're recharging things like scooters and e-bikes, or is it there are tools and implements in laundries and kitchens as well?
We're seeing quite a bit in garages where people are overcharging sometimes power tools or remote control devices. But the big worry for us is when people are overcharging e-bikes and e-scooters in the home, and particularly in exit pathways, and they catch fire during the night when they're being overcharged and left on charge, and people are having trouble escaping. We've had some near misses where people have nearly lost their lives.
Yeah, it's a real worry. You've got to get onto it before lives are lost. So what are the tips for people? How do you overcharge and how do you make sure you don't overcharge?
The best thing to do at this stage is to make sure you buy reputable products from good quality brands, that we follow the instructions on the brand, that we don't overcharge them. Use the right charger and don't leave them charging overnight. You should never charge a laptop or a mobile phone on your bed or soft furnishings, or definitely not under your pillow, because that can be really dangerous. And we really want to make sure that everyone has a working smoke alarm so that if they do catch fire, that you're at least getting early warning of them.
Yeah, so when you talk about the right equipment, are people switching one charger from one product and using it for another one, and can that lead to problems?
Yeah, the most dangerous thing you can do is to overcharge a battery that's been damaged, or it's been flood affected, or it's bulging or overheated. And at the same time, people are using chargers that are coming with different devices, and that's causing a real problem as well. That's the most dangerous situation.
Yeah, and I think the most obvious thing you say is just don't leave things charging overnight. It's convenient, of course, but if you switch it off or unplug it before you go to bed, you know you're safe.
That's right. Many of the good brands will cut themselves off, but if you don't have that on the brand, it's best to make sure that when it's fully charged, that you turn it off at the power source.
Yeah, well, Trent, thanks for coming in. Give us that advice. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Trent Curtin there from New South Wales Fire and Rescue.